We're here with Matt Parker from Album Surfboards. He's showing us some of his ASIMs that he's got going on here.
Yes, so this one's a regular foot version of our Dis ASIM model. And it's offset nose and offset tail. But it basically functions like a twin fin off your toes and a quad fin off your heels. So a little longer rail line on your toes, and it feels like twin fin drive and speed going down the line front side. And then as soon as you engage your outside rail and throw a front side carve, you have quad grip and a tighter swept away heel line. So tons of hold and tons of grip matched with all that speed from a twin fin. And then on your backside, it feels like a shorter rail line. It feels like quad grip, and that shorter rail line allows you to climb up the face at full speed without bogging your rail. So it feels really reactive, really responsive. It's kind of like your toe sits right over the twin fin and your heel sits right over that quad set. And so it's your acceleration and your pivot like all in the same time. So
interesting. So what's kind of the thinking here, and have you kind of experimented with like moving these fins, the placement around, and seeing what that does?
Yeah, depending on like the width of the tail and what style of board that you're applying it to, whether it's like a hybrid where it's a little bit wider and maybe you draw them out a little bit more to the rail line, kind of like you would with a fish, or it's more of a performance board where you draw the tail in. Sometimes you can play with them in a little bit more. But we found that if you treat it like this side doesn't exist and you're placing fins where you'd place a quad set, that's kind of where they go. And same with this side, you treat it like it's a twin fin and you place it where you place a twin fin. Ride a big like MR size twin on this side and your standard quad set on that side. So this side will ride like a T1 or an IPA size MR twin, and then you feel like it feels all this freedom and water flow coming through the middle of the board where it really accelerates, and then you just run your normal quad set on your heels. The performance version of this, the Dis ASIM like this one, has the same rocker as my Good Wave shortboard has, and really deep concave. And I can ride it in lesser waves than I would normally ride my shortboard in because it's so fast and it accelerates so quickly. So I'll ride it in waist high, mushy trestles up to well overhead, good surf like I'd ride my Good Wave shortboard. So yeah. This one's a little unique because it's stringerless polyurethane, carbon wrapped rails, glassed epoxy. So we do them in all different constructions, but this one's kind of a different alternative construction. And then we like to play around with different artwork. We really do a lot of resin and color and different graphic treatments that kind of make the boards look a little bit unique. So I do all the design, and then I shape most of the boards, and we have a team at Lights Out Glassing where we glass everything in-house in Oceanside, California.
Awesome. Well, thanks for breaking it down for us.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks, guys.